Well, it's a dark-skinned grape that can confuse even the most skilled wine snob. So there is no need to blush if you can't detect the difference between a Syrah and a Shiraz. Monique Sultani shows us one grape with two very different names, and it can be just as sweet.
Syrah, Shiraz, same grape, different name. But you don't have to have the skills of a sommelier to decipher the difference between these deep purple palate pleasers. Cellar director Steve Kellenberger here, and he's going to get to the bottom of what the difference is between a Syrah and a Shiraz. Some people say Syrah, Shiraz. What is it? How do you say it the right way?
Well, it's Shiraz.
Shiraz.
Essentially, they are the exact same grape, but they are, most Shirazes are grown in Australia. There are a few people now in California that are calling their Syrah Shiraz because a lot of Shiraz is very popular, and so they're trying to get onto whatever marketing bandwagon they can. This is Terre Rouge, Côte de l'Ouest, Syrah, and it comes from just outside of Amador County, east of Sacramento. We have sort of a French-style wine here. It's earthy, and the nose you have kind of a smoke and smoked meats. Kind of even raw meat kind of flavors and aromas, and then you have raspberries and black fruit. This one, note that kind of greenish eucalyptus minty kind of flavor that's on the nose and on the palate.
That comes from Australia.
And your Shiraz.
It does. I feel like I just brushed my teeth. Syrah, Shiraz. One of them, the one from Australia, is a little minty. The other one's going to have more fruit flavors. Is that right?
Well, kind of plummy raspberry, idea, but it has smoking meat in it as well.
It's smoking.
Picking up one of these robust reds is as easy as heading north. With Terre Rouge sitting just outside of Sacramento, a road trip could be in your near future. Bringing you the best in California, from Fresno, I'm Monique Sultani.
A trip to Tinseltown wouldn't be complete without visiting the world-famous Hollywood Bowl. The outdoor amphitheater was built in 1922, and for over 7 decades, it's featured some of the most memorable musical moments in history.
I've been coming to the Hollywood Bowl since I've come to Hollywood. It is part of Los Angeles. It's a cultural event. It is such a pleasure to come here in this setting and to hear the music and eat the food and have it all combined. It's a sensual, intellectual experience that can't be equaled anywhere else as far as I'm concerned.
A group of people who are music lovers discovered that this area, this canyon that we're in, had a natural acoustic that was very good for music. Since 1922, the LA Philharmonic has performed here every summer, and that was really what started this whole phenomenon of the Hollywood Bowl.
The Bowl is one of the world's natural largest amphitheaters, seating just under 18,000 people. Its landmark shell has been reconstructed over the years to suit the times.
The last time we made a total change in the shell was 2004. And the shell that we see today is a creation from that period. And it's completely new sound system, a lot bigger space. We can accommodate a lot more complicated shows, something that's more modern and available for up-to-date technology.
Legendary artists like Frank Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, Aretha Franklin, and Garth Brooks have all donned this stage, and the Beatles became the very first rock and roll band to ever play here in 1964.
The famous stories you hear and some of the pictures we have in our museum of girls diving into the pool that used to be in front of the shell, in front of the stage, trying to get closer to John or Paul. We still have, I think, somewhere in our archives, the original contract that the Beatles used when they performed here. I think the top ticket price was $7.50, which always amazes me.
Another first came from the one and only chairman of the board.
Frank Sinatra was the first non-classical performer to perform here in the 50s.
That's a great bit of history.
Yeah, and that was a big, from what I understand, that was a big shift. It was a very surprise moment that a non-classical artist would be allowed to play at the Hollywood Bowl. And we still have his microphone that he used on that occasion in our museum.
Every year the Bowl offers the famous summer concert series with all-star lineups and plenty of fireworks.
I think it's one of those places that anybody who plays here will tell you is, you've sort of made it when you played the Hollywood Bowl.
Like every summer, we try to get some of the biggest names across every genre of music so that everybody in LA has something that they want to see at the Hollywood Bowl.
And a special Bowl tradition are the pre-concert picnics for guests to dine outside under the sunset.
It's very affordable. can bring your own food and wine. So for a family of 4, especially given the way things cost these days and the economy that we're in, coming to the Bowl is a very affordable way to bring your whole family out and, you know, hear some of the greatest music in LA that year.
And that'll do it for us here on California Life. Remember, yes, go to our website, californialifehd.com. We'll see you next time.